Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is King of Ruthless and I'm bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary. This is going to be a Protoss versus Zerg on the map Shattered Temple, and this replay was sent to me by the friendly moderator at StarCraftCentral.net. His name is Xirdain. He will be spawning as the Teal Protoss, and I guess that's the 7 o'clock location on the map. And his opponent will be DeusZero, which means God Zero, I think. Yeah, because Deus is Latin. Deus Ex Machina is some kind of literary term for that thing that just kind of randomly happens to pull everything back together again. But anyways, his name is DeusZero. He will be spawning as the purple Zerg. As I mentioned before, this replay was brought to me by Xirdain, and what he wanted was a little bit of advice and a little bit of analysis on what happened this game. And so I will provide just that. I do have a pretty good understanding of Zerg since I play them as my main. Don't have the best understanding of ZVP. I do have a better understanding, I guess, from a Zerg perspective. From Protoss perspective, not so much, but I think the one thing that I hurt most at in ZVP is understanding timing attacks. I guess I forget to check my timer, and yeah, that's really what kills me is scouting and not checking my timer. Because you should know that those timing attacks will come from Protoss. They are well known for it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the matchup here. Xirdain's probe is going to go hide off in this corner. Man, it would have been really nice if he had blocked this expansion, but Zerg's going to get it for free if he decides to go for it. Yeah, so Zerg gets a free 15 hatch. That's first mistake from Xirdain. Not running around here with his probe and spawning a pylon there that is really annoying, that blocks expansion. So as a Protoss, your goal is to delay that 15 hatch at whatever cost, and you can't just give Zerg that. As soon as your probe is down here, you scout that Zerg is spawned in this location. Just start patrolling around with your probe, and then whenever it looks like you're just going to pick off your probe, just put a pylon there, and it will delay his expansion forever. It's really annoying to deal with. Meanwhile, Xirdain, it looks like he wants to go for some sort of expand build, but he's trying to put that pylon down there before he even has Cybernetics Core. This isn't the best way to expand like that. If you want to expand in these locations, pretty much in any location, it doesn't matter what spawning location you are against Zerg, Forge Fast Expand is actually the safest. It looks like here you're going to go for a 1 gate expand. That is very risky, and you have to rely on your Zerg opponent not scouting you and being very passive, because what this is really weak to actually is a Roachling All-In, which off of 2 base. Yeah, Roachling All-Ins are just nasty. Let's look at the income tab. 17 to 19. I mean, in this positions, after Zerg spawns his 2 queens, as Roachling All-In, you don't even want to make those 2 queens. You just want to get to about 20-ish drones, maybe about 26, and then just spam roaches and lings, and then just send them to your opponent's base. And he could kill you right there with just that, because you only have 1 gateway. But anyways, the Nexus is going down for Xirdain, and there's nothing here to wall this off. So again, the Roachling All-In would kill it. He can even do a Link Baneling All-In. This probe here, if there were more gateways, I could say that he would hide a pylon here and maybe be annoying with it. That would be quite cool. Force Zerg to stay in their base and fear the harass. Looks like Xirdain is finally, well, doing something. Yes, he is throwing down a pylon in this location with his probe, but will cancel it. He will lose 25 minerals because he did that. Or maybe more. I can't remember if it's, I think it's 75%. He's actually going to place it back at the gold. That's not a bad location to hide your pylons. In the meantime, the Overlord is up here, just basically seeing everything that Xirdain is doing. Still sees 1 gas, has to expect some sort of 4-gate or fast expand. This probe is actually getting stuck on the Zealot. You want a mineral wall come first when the Zealot's blocking, and then make these gateways. But even this sort of gateway setup isn't safe against, I mean, it just isn't safe against a Roachling All-In. Meanwhile, Zerglings are running around on the map, just trying to scout and see where pylons are. Very nice scouting placement by these Zerglings. They will surely be able to see exactly what Xirdain is up to. So this proxy pylon has been neatly taken out. Very nice scouting here from Zerg. The probe has repositioned himself, and it may go to some use later, but this forward pylon will go down. So nicely done there by DeusZero. Let's go and get rid of their names, since I think I can remember those. DeusZero and Xirdain. Xirdain will throw down another proxy pylon. This is really good as Protoss. Always get as many pylons as you can up around a map. Still no forge. And here's another thing. If they're roach rolling all in you against these gateways, I mean, all he has to do is just swing around here and kill everything. And even if he does that, he can just snipe off a pylon. You know, if you block this off with a forge or something over here and you can't get in whatsoever, snipe this pylon, get in, and then kill your base. So Zerg's going to come in here and scout nothing going on. I'm not sure why he sent that Overlord when he could have just sent it over here. He knows he's going for a fast expand. Let's look at the views here. Oh, he doesn't even know there's a... He doesn't even know there's an expansion down there. But yeah. So not much scouting going on for either player. Zerg has taken his time, but we'll get a third down. And nice creep spread here from Protoss. Now, Xirdain doesn't have a robo yet. He doesn't have forge, so he will have no detection. A burrowed roach rush would kill him. So once again, I know I'm just pointing out a lot of things that could kill his build, but you know, he asked what he could do better in this matchup, and I'm just pointing out a lot of the weaknesses with the build he's going. He still only has 3 gateways. He's going to be very weak against any sort of early aggression. Finally, the forge going down. It's a bit late for my liking, but we shall see what happens. It looks like Zerg is just finally going to get Zergling speed. We'll throw down a Baneling Nest, and we'll have Nerbatine Carapace. If he got drops, that would be a really nice build. Zergling Baneling drop, if you get +2, you can actually drop both mineral lines while you're attacking at the front. And Protoss just can't do anything about it. So the Zealot here, I wouldn't attack this hatchery, just let it go down. But he's going to force the Zerglings to come here and deal with this. I think Zerg has enough Zerglings to deal with 1 Zealot. Let's see if he decides, yeah, he's going to make 8 Zerglings, that's plenty. And Xirdain's just going to, you know, kind of do some damage, but now Zerg should have an idea that there's some proxy pylon over here. So Xirdain's kind of given away his position, and that's what I don't like about this early Zealot. He will take off quite a few hit points off of this hatchery, so if he followed this up with any further aggression, he could warp in a round of Zealots here and probably take out the hatchery, because all that Zerg has at this point in time is just a couple of Zerglings. This round of Zealots would do quite nicely. Zerg is still droning up. Income tab, 42 to 47. Xirdain's doing pretty good macro-wise. And those are the fastest High Templars I've ever seen. So High Templar rush from Xirdain. But once again, it's very weak to any sort of early aggression. Late robotics facility. And now Xirdain's going to throw down 2 more gateways. I could probably afford... Let's see, 4-gate robo. Unless he's actually going to use this robo, he could throw down another gateway. Or he could take down these rocks and grab an expansion. So whatever Xirdain wants to do, this is a nice placement for a pylon. Will prevent any sort of fast fourth going down for Zerg. Zerg still hasn't broken down these rocks or these rocks. Both players is still pretty much sitting in their base. Nice creep spread. And now Xirdain is actually going to start taking down these rocks, and we'll start taking a third. Not a bad time. First observer comes out. You're going to want another observer, at least one to patrol around Zerg's base, see what he's producing, and the other to stay with the army in case of roach rush, burrowed roach rush, or burrowed infestors. And actually, speak of the devil, burrow is about to complete. Pathogen glands is on the way, as well as 2/2 for lings and banelings. And now that he has drops, I mean, DeusZero could just start dropping the mineral lines. It's hard for Protosses to deal with that. Their army can't be in too many places at the same time, especially when he's going for a lot of High Templar here. And wonder if he'll get Archons with this army. No, he's going to make a Warp Prism. I like this. That's actually a really cool little picture right there. I have no idea what it is, but it looks like a bunch of floating eyeballs all looking at each other. I guess that's supposed to be some sort of like Stargate. Yeah, I guess. But yeah, the only thing about going for Warp Prism, Xirdain, is you don't want it to position out here. You kind of want to hide it in your base, and then you can funnel some of these High Templar in, and then it'd be a lot easier to harass. If Zerg is smart and scouts this, he'll know to reposition some units. He'll know to make a Roach Warren. I don't know why old buddy here isn't going for Spire or Roach Warren or Infestors or anything that actually deal with High Templar. I think he's just going to let your Warp Prism go straight to his base. So yeah, that's exactly what he's going to let it do. It will scoot unanswered. Zerg, meanwhile, is just running around with his lings, doesn't really know what's going on. Zealot's going to come in here and do some economic harass. Really should focus on taking out this queen. And the rest of these Zealots here need to start attacking drones. So not the best harass. He only killed off a queen and maybe one drone, but it will be cleaned up. Meanwhile, nice storms going down for Xirdain. Actually does take out the drones in this mineral line. So we look at the workers lost tab. He has done a total of 10 workers killed. That's not bad. He's only lost a little bit of energy. So look at the units tab. 41 Zerglings against 12 Zealots, 4 Stalkers, and 10 High Templar. If you have scouted this, then you could just push out right here. I mean, but there's no sentries. That's the only issue. You do need some sentries. These will help against massive Ling builds. That way you can force fill the mountains and storm away. But there are no sentries, so that's an issue I see with this build. Also, Chrono Boost kind of building up on these Nexi. There it has gone down, so very nicely done. And nice pylon placement, and these cannons will keep you safe from any sort of Ling counterattack. So you have grabbed your third, and Zerg has grabbed his fourth. So not bad all around. Nice little more pylons just going on around the map. And I think both players are just going to kind of sit here and macro back up. So in the meantime, I mean really just adding sentries to this composition would help you so much. Really would. Now he does have some infestors making more drones. Let's look at the income tabs. There's not much else is going on. Xirdain's still ahead in workers, so he's doing a really good job with this macro here. He's kind of neglecting to build more workers, but we'll forgive him for that. I mean, he's doing a pretty darn good job. And, it looks like he warped in around his Zealots. We'll go in to take out this expansion again. There are only a couple of spine crawlers here. Not sure what he's doing. Yeah, you have to attack the spines first, or you have to run back in here with your Zealots and put them on hold position to deal with these drones. But he does take out the queen. He will take out these 2 spine crawlers. Will take out the third. Zerg will be forced to run back. And now, I think actually something was trying to happen here. Yeah, the Warp Prism only has 1 High Templar in it, so I think he tried to do that same trick again, but Zerg caught on to it and suffered a little bit of storm damage. So sorry I missed that. It's hard to, observe in 2 places at the same time. 3 more spines are going down, and another queen is on the way. So Xirdain's doing a pretty good job denying any sort of easy fourth to go down. This still isn't saturated. And Zerg hasn't spread his creep between his bases, but he does have a pretty nice creep spread out here. I would like to see an observer out, at least out in this location, so he can scout for any sort of burrowed shenanigans. If he could have caught these guys and fed back all of them, I think they would have died. Let's see, he has about 200 energy, 90 hit points. Yeah, infestors are really easy to kill. Now this Warp Prism is flying over the creep and over the entire army. This is a mistake. If it is caught, it can be picked off by a nice fungal plus a couple of infested Terran. And he might be going for a Baneling Doom drop here. I'm not sure what Zerg is doing. Okay, Zealots have come back into the base, and they are going to maybe kill a queen, not before they're all taken out. So Banelings do come back. Meanwhile, we have Adrenal Glands and +3 melee attacks. These Banelings are coming in here. I wonder what they're going to do. Another storm going off on the drone line. Very nicely done. And now Xirdain, I think he's going to see these Banelings, and he's going to immediately make an Archon. Great idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Takes like 10 or so Banelings to kill an Archon, so don't ever use Banelings against Archons. It just doesn't work. He's just lost so much. So Zerg's really gas heavy, doesn't have a lot of minerals, because he's having to remake so many Zerglings. But let's look at the income tab. 74 to 78. It's a pretty good job by both players getting their harvester count up. Now, I wonder where the storms were, and also where is the observer? Where is the observer? If you can spot these infestors, these infested Terran wouldn't even be able to go down. So instead, Xirdain is having to spend energy on energy and to take out infested Terran with Templar, but he's losing Templar in the process and losing units. And meanwhile, Zerg is just going to be able to run back with all of his units. Missing one storm, missing a second storm. The third storm finally does land, but not before taking out even more of these High Templars, so a bad trade there from Xirdain. I'm telling you, if you gotten a couple of sentries in that matchup, you could force fill them out and then storm safely. So it really does work. I think you have the gas income for it. Now here's another issue. You are so stuck on gateway tech. And what are your upgrades? You're not even at 3-3. So upgrades are really bad. I see you're now just starting to work on those. You haven't really expanded your tech any. There's no Stargate. There's no Robotics Bay. There's just Templar. You could be warping in DTs and being even more annoying. But it looks like this is very heavy gateway plane. You can afford more tech than that. Your minerals and gas are just quite high. Now, these zealots should be able to get some work done, especially if they start to attack these spines and queens immediately. And yes, they will. First queen does go down. Zerg is yet again going to have to run back his entire army. I wonder what a storm there would have done. It would have done probably a lot. But I mean, look at these Zerglings. They're at 2-2. 3-3 is about to finish, and they have adrenal glands, whereas your units only have 1-1. So that is why you're going to be losing all these skirmishes out in the battles in the middle of the map, is because you just don't have good upgrades. Need to transfer drones as well. But now Zerg's going to be on 1. Oh, let's do this. Oh, another nice storm here. Don't know if it killed that many drones. Let's look at the Lost Harvesters tab. So only 16-0. You're not doing as much with this economic harass as you would like. And still, once again, just saying, you know, sentries would really help out. And as well, if you've scouted this, have you scouted this? So you scouted that he has an Ultralisk Kevin. You need to start working on your Immortal production immediately. No Immortals are in the way. But Immortal is Zealot and Templar. You know, something like, yeah, if you get enough Archons and Immortals and Zealots and High Templar, then Ling Ultra doesn't do as well as you would imagine. But, I mean, your upgrades are just really far behind. And Zerg's actually going to take this base as well. You're just giving Zerg so much time to just sit back in their base and macro. You haven't hit any timing pushes. You haven't done any sort of heavy harass. I feel like you maybe just wanted to max out your army on not the best unit comp against Zerg. Especially 23 minutes in the game, you can expect that Zerg will have tier 3. So nice fungals going off on Protoss's army, but also some nice feedbacks. And man, that's just so many Ultralisks. You really need to target fire those Banelings with the Storms. You do, very nicely done. But there are just way too many units here, way too many Ultralisks, and they are almost at 5-3. And yeah, I mean, if Ultralisks get the complete surround on your Archons don't do squat against these Ultras. These Ultras are just going by unanswered. You need Immortals. Okay, more Zealots are coming in. Not sure exactly what they're going to get. That's not the best surround, and there's a lot of Zerglings here. They're just wasting another warp in, trying to kill off some Ultralisks. Now, this push right here is going to be very, very deadly. There's just not much you can do here. You can try and funnel the Zerg, but again, you know, where are your Immortals? Where is your Robotics Bay tech? Where are your Stargates? I feel like all these things would help out considerably, but none of them are here, unfortunately, and this base is going to go down. There's nothing you can do about it. And meanwhile, Zerg has a 5th up. Some harass coming in here from these Zealots. Some nice Warp Prism harass again. But, I don't know, it's just too little too late. You did snipe the Ultralisk Cavern. That's pretty nice. So old buddy won't be able to make any more Ultralisks, but still, you're just worlds behind. Miles behind. But a nice harassment coming here for both players. Let's look at the upgrades on these guys. 5-3 versus, I think you might have 2-2. No, only 1-2, so you can't afford... There you go. Now starting on +3 attack. And it's going to be really rough. A lot of your, you know, probes aren't mining. You don't have a 4th base. You should be on 5 or 6 bases by now. Oof. Yeah. I mean, it's game over from here. Zerg's just going to be able to remax and kill everything. So, yeah, a little bit more harass. You've been doing really nice with the Warp Prism harass, but I just feel like you didn't get the right unit composition for your plan. If you're going to get that kind of unit composition, you want to attack a little bit sooner. And just basically hit before Zerg can get Hive. If Zerg is able to get Hive, then it doesn't matter what unit composition you have. You need more tier 3. So these units are just wandering around. This is very sloppy from Zerg. Meanwhile, your expansion is trying to go down again, and I mean the game's over from here, so I'm going to do a little bit of a fast forward action. Pretty much all Zerg has to do at this point is just attack, and he will win. More Archons are getting warped in. Let's see when the attack will happen. I'll slow down for the attack at the very least. Zerg's going to come in here and try to attack these rocks. And There's an Overlord carrying an Ultralisk. Not sure what he's doing. Well, he will drop the Ultralisk, and that should do it for your army. Not even the perfect storms there could have done anything. There just weren't enough units to deal with all that. So this base is going to go down again. All these probes are going to go down. This is too much tier 3, not enough tier 3 of your own. So that's the advice I can give you there, Xirdain. I hope it helped out a lot. And after this Nexus goes down, that should do it for the game, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. As always, I hope these were informative for everyone. A little bit too heavy on the harass and not enough timing push. And as well, not enough tech, and sentries would have helped so much. Templar Rush is nice, but you need to actually do something with your Templar Rush. So that will do it for this game. Only a matter of time before Xirdain GG's getting overrun. Oh buddy, oh buddy. We're just gonna watch Ultralisk kill everything. They're so damn strong. Sexy little beasts. Losing gateways. Trying to warp in Templar. Nope. Nope. Sorry, that Kadarin Amulet is gone. GG calls out Xirdain. So again, that is what I think you could do in the PvZ. If you're going to do a Templar Rush, do something with it a little bit more than just the Templar Harass. You needed sentries a little bit earlier. In fact, you made 0 sentries. And as well, late game, you want to expand more, deny expansions more, and you want to diversify your tech path. So that'll do it for this game. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast as always. I have been your host, Ruthless. Please rate, subscribe, comment, favorite, and all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!